There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Knicks wrap up this home stretch.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And not just for the players, but for the fans as well. You know how energized they become when these two teams go at it.
Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively. 2 fouls for him now in the first quarter. And now all of a sudden, do you think about changing his rotation minutes for the rest of the half?
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning the championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Here's Jordan. Following the basket by Kate Cunningham. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now, here's Pippen. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. 5 on the clock. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. That's short off the rim. Philadelphia with the ball. To the inside. Here's Smith. And Smith with the stop.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Down low. The kick out to Cunningham. Inside. It's stolen by Smith. Holmgren in the high post. Count that bucket.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Knicks trailed by 4. Knuckle with it. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Knocks down the 3-ball. Cunningham's got 7 points.
The shot, Cunningham continues to hone. When he's connecting from deep, this offense really opens up.
Now, here is Jordan. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. To the middle. Back to Cunningham. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Vassell outside. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Cunningham outside. With some arc. At the elbow, Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He goes on Knuckle.
And something that's already interesting about Jabari Smith is his versatility, scoring from beyond the arc or at the mid-range. He can get points a number of ways. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 7. Right wing. Pocket 6. Pass to Jordan. New York needs to get off a shot. Cunningham's shot is off. The 76ers leading. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 11.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They set the pick. Pippen. And it's Pippen with the jam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Jabari Smith has been leading the charge for the 76ers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Making up for his right lane. Back to your Knicks, sitting at 7.
The Knicks trailing. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Pass to Bamba. Back to Jordan. Pippen with the steal. Here's Cunningham. Buries it down low. Cunningham's got the lead up to 1 now for New York.
And smart choice by Cunningham, using the floater to get that one to go.
Jordan with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Jordan left side. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Now here's Jenkins. Nothing on the board. Cunningham for 3. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Pass to Levine. Shoots over Pippen. Here's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
This is a skilled, hungry offensive rebounder, and Mo Bamba's size and motor make him a problem on the windows.
Pippen is doubled. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Screen by Jordan. Here's Champagnie. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Champagnie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
Pass to Champagnie. Cunningham for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate his shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul call against the defender.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, one of the best in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Go credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. Here he goes. Wiggins with the block.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Gobert with the block. .129 left here in the second. Pass to LeVert. Fires for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, team could look to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and you know his presence at the rim.
Oh, the electricity of Andrew Wiggins can really elevate around the rim.
And it's Smith missing.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump.
You know, an easy basket made possible because the assist was crisp and it was perfectly placed.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The 76ers trailed by 5. In the corner, Bamba with it. Hits it from 3-point range. Bamba's got 7.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Now Cunningham. He's got 9. In the corner, Knueppel with it. A tight game here in New York. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the wing right side. Bamba's shot is off. And now the Knicks on the break. And finished off by Gobert.
Listen, Rudy Gobert, despite the 7-foot frame, is mobile and agile, and in the open floor makes it look easy.
And stolen by Wiggins. Open for 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York ahead. They lead by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Knueppel. Kept alive. Wiggins outside. Tries again. And the layup good by Knueppel. Knueppel's got the first field goal of the second half for New York. New York leading by 6. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of a slender frame. He said, you can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot. Guys?
The sky's the limit for him. Okay, thank you, Allie. Outside for Jordan. The 76ers with another miss.
0 for 3 to start the second half. You've got to start finding your footing here.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan.
Timeout.
That's his first foul. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Cunningham, and the rejection by Holmgren.
You have to be careful if Chet Holmgren's around defensively. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Gobert the screen. The kick out to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Wiggins. Rebound by Smith.
Boy, they feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
And over the years, Levine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Pippen outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Pass to Holmgren. Out to Smith. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Cunningham right side. And it's Pippen at the elbow. Here's Knipple. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Holmgren. Stolen by Knipple. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Gobert. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. And it's 8 points for Rudy Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
And that one's good by Pippen. Now it's a 6-point Knicks lead.
And you gotta love the big get in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the 76ers. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Here's the screen. Pass to O'Neal. To the middle. Here's Bailey. Takes it off the glass. Bailey's got his first 2 points of the night.
And at about 6'9", Bailey is good at using that size inside. Looking like a polished vet on that tape.
LeVert from outside. Beasley with the rebound. And Beasley has the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. To the right side. And there's another one for the Knicks. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. To the inside. Bailey. No good. The Knicks leading by 6. Pass to LeVert. On the wing. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Bailey. Headed by Green. There's O'Neal with the 3. In the corner, Bamba with it. And the 3 off target. So it's the Knicks now. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And the Knicks with possession here. Here's LeVert. It's good from about 19 feet. LeVert's got the lead up to 10 now for New York.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts...
Into the third quarter with the score. The Knicks.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The 76ers trailed by 12. Pass to Jordan. Close range, Michael Jordan.
High percentage look for Jordan. Has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Now here's LeVert, covered by Smith. And again, it's New York.
That's 10 straight off the mid-range.
Here's Philadelphia. Vassell outside. Jordan outside. Pass to Smith. Back to Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Smith. It's rebounded by Jordan. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Now here's LeVert. It's good from long range. LeVert's got 11 points here in just the second half.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
High arcing shot. Bucket is good. And the Knicks lead by 17.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Terrence LeVert is in the zone, he's hard to shake. This guy can heat up quickly.
Kicks it out to Jordan. Shoots over Jenkins. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
It's LeVert on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. The 76ers trailed by 17. That one misses.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
And stolen by Jordan. Oh!
My goodness.
Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
And here is Jenkins. From about 19. And the rejection by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds and last touch by Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. It's good.
And the man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
That's from Michael Jordan.
Jenkins with it. Releases from 15. Jordan. Oh, sticks the putback.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Substitution on the court.
Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Now Jordan. Here's Holmgren. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Releases. That's off. The 76ers trailed by 16.
Well, multiple-time winner of the slam dunk contest, Levine has got a creative streak.
We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Here's Wiggins. Outside Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Holmgren rips down the rebound. Now Smith. And the layup is off. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Gobert, the screen. Up again. Saves him with the putback.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
It's stolen by Smith. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up.